Hi friends, I have 100 reasons why Tesla's financial strength is so strong. Tesla may be the only automaker left standing if the government doesn't bail any automaker out. These 100 reasons were contribution from you, so thank you so much. So of course, I have summarized it and fact checked before I present it to you. And if I made any mistakes, do sound out. By the way, it will mean a lot if you help me like this video. It helps a lot in the YouTube algorithm to reach out to more people. So to my new subscribers, welcome to my weekly series of analyzing and making sense of Tesla. For those who have been with me from the start, I really appreciate you guys so much. And as always, I respect your time. So I'll keep this short and sharp. I'll start with the charts and go on to the news. This is Tesla's daily stock chart and you can see the market tanking down. How come the stock price stopped around here is because I was mentioning last week that this area here is a strong area of support, this red line here. Why is it a strong area of support? Because when I zoom out, this is back like to 2017 onwards. This is a red line here. And as you watch my past videos, I told you this is a resistance line. So it tried to break open, it tried to break, couldn't break. So the moment the stock price break upwards, this red line here automatically becomes the next support line. That's why you see Tesla bouncing around this range about here, $380. I'm just sharing with you guys that I bought in at about $370 last week. And if you follow me, you know that I bought in at $600 and $800. I'm just buying as much as I can as the stock price falls down. We can never predict bottom, but one thing we can predict is what happens to Tesla in the long term. Those that are new to the channel, I just show you the grand scheme of things. This is just a short-term movement, and if you were to actually plot out where I think Tesla stock will be, so my target of Tesla stock is about $3,000 to $4,000 in the next 5 years. So you know this whole thing is going to be over very much soon in the next few months or so, and actually this is my price target around here. So the thing is, you buy here, it doesn't really matter what. So in the end, the stock price is going to go up. So the thing is, what I'm looking for is the long term, not the short term movement. What I'm focused on for the short term movement is just adding as much stock as I can before it gets too expensive. I'll move on to the news. Tesla factory is shut along with all other automakers. However, the plant in China is ramping up. Now the tables has turned. Tesla China is the one providing the revenue. Tesla's US factories will instead produce ventilators for what's happening now. So Clean Technica had an exclusive on this. I'll put the article in the link below. Tesla is going to deliver 1,000 ventilators by next week. 1,000, I'm not kidding. 1,000 ventilators, and also provide 250,000 N95 masks for the hospitals tomorrow. The amazing thing is we thought that ventilators would take 8 to 10 weeks to get production started. Clean Technica, they reached out to Elon Musk for some clarification. So he said that they're going to do 1,000 ventilators by next week. This is crazy. I really wonder what Ford and GM is doing now. So now let's cover the 100 reasons why Tesla's financial strength is crazily high. Okay, I'm kidding. I summarized everything down. So I'm only covering the financial strength, not how good the products are. Do take note of that. So firstly, Tesla had a $2 billion secondary offering in January, so that plus $2 billion into their cash, and they have extra $6.3 billion in cash. So you add up everything, they have about $8 to $9 billion. If Tesla burns about $1 billion per quarter, Tesla can survive for 6 quarters at least, which is 1.5 years without selling a car. That is crazy. And Tesla is the only automaker that I know that can do that. And you haven't even add the $3 billion credit that they have. So if you are talking like if you can stretch out how long Tesla can really not do anything, they actually cannot do anything for 2 years and they can still survive without the help of government bailout. So to summarize this slide over here, to make things easier to understand, Tesla has the best debt to cash ratio on hand. JPL77 tweeted this, and I'll put the link to the tweet below. If you're going to put this like a picture wise, this makes it easier for everybody to understand. Where you see Tesla, they have the least problems to worry about, the least cash to worry about. Look at Ford. Wow, after minusing cash, they have 120 billion to repay. And the best comes is Renault. So you look at everybody, if you are talking who to die first, it will be all these other companies than Tesla. Okay, next we have China Gigafactory ramping up to more than 3,000 cars per week, delivering. We have Model Y, we have Gigafactory Berlin, Cybertruck, the back orders. We also have the Model 2, rumored to be designed in China, so basically the budget version of a Tesla car, and this is going to spread like wildfire all over the world. Imagine Tesla car that costs the same as a Toyota. My god, this is going to be a game changer. The next point from David is vertical integration. What does vertical integration do? Basically, when you vertical integrate, Tesla doesn't really outsource much of the things and they do everything in-house. So when you do everything in-house, it's faster, cheaper, and you have more control. Most other car manufacturers, they outsource all over the world. It's a whole interlinked thing. So now with this crisis, some countries may not even start up. So this is going to be a very, very big advantage towards Tesla. Tesla doesn't have the pain of union and pension to support. So big automakers, some workers work for 60 years, 40 years, and they got pay them pension. So Tesla has no pension to worry about and no union to say that no, they don't want to do any work. So Tesla doesn't have all this backlog. Tesla paid back all its emergency loans from the last crisis. So 2008, the government loaned some money to all the automakers which were in trouble. Tesla is the only one that paid back. The rest have not. The current automakers, they sell you trash and pay you crazy amount to fix. Means the current revenue source for automakers is they sell you a car and it breaks down, so you need to service. And if I'm not wrong, right now, more than 50% of the profits are earned off selling you second-hand parts. So Tesla doesn't have this business model. A complete transition from EV is a foregone conclusion. Okay, if you click on the Wikipedia article, basically governments all over the world are going to ban gas cars. So if you look down at this list over here, by the way, I just put this article down in my link, the description below. These are all the countries here, and the ban is announced and when the ban will happen. So you see, and a lot of countries and cities, territories are going to ban gas cars. So it's a no-brainer that all ICE manufacturers need to produce electric cars now. This point here will add on to the pain of auto manufacturers because they need to transit to electric vehicles. They currently already have a huge amount of debt. How are they going to transit? Because transiting needs a lot of capital and losses for many years to come. So eventually they will postpone it or even go bankrupt. Tesla's own the chip design for AI. Again, this is like vertical integration, so they make their own chips cheaper and better. I like this reply from Steve. He said Elon sunk every dollar of his PayPal buyout, which is $180 million, into Tesla to get it off the ground with the Roadster. And the idea he could fail now with $8 billion in the bank and multiple gigafactories is laughable. Okay, so this was back in 2008. Tesla was much worse off. So now they have $8 billion in the bank. How are they going to fail? It is almost impossible. So Tesla short, screw you. Once we get out of the recession, people are just going to be more cost conscious. So buying a Tesla becomes cheaper because the cost of operations and ownership, and Tesla holds better value. I'm going to put the last 3 points in a slide because sorry, I got hundreds of replies. I couldn't find this, and if you are the contributor to this, I really thank you so much for these comments. Tesla is the only automaker not paying dividends and reinvesting in the business. You look at all other automakers, they are paying dividends. So instead of paying shareholders, imagine you take that amount of money and you reinvest in the business. The business is going to grow a lot. High growth company. The thing is, people rarely talk about solar roofs, which is another $1 billion industry. Yeah, because Tesla are installing solar roofs, and this is a big industry to come. They are not solely dependent on auto. Yeah, so Tesla doesn't just sell cars. They have an energy business, which eventually in 5 to 10 years can be bigger than your auto business. So the thing is, you see, there is months of backlog for the Powerwall that Tesla supplies. So they are in a very, very good position to get out of this crisis. If you ask me, among all the automakers, Tesla is in its best position to get out of this crisis. In conclusion, Tesla is fundamentally very strong in this crisis, and to me, they are in the strongest position compared to all other automakers all over the world. Tesla's stock price is still around the levels where it started earlier this year, and my portfolio is still up despite the market tanking. Freaking amazing. Can you imagine what happens when the market recovers? We can't time market bottoms, so the only rational thing to do now is to buy when everything is at a discount. Ignore the short-term movement, focus on the long term. The fundamentals are still very much intact. Remember, what happens in the stock market doesn't correlate to the company's fundamentals. Always remember to keep that in mind when you invest in any company. The smartest decision you can make is buying the stock at a cheaper price. I really appreciate those who help me like the video, and every little like helps contribute to this channel. I thank you so much, and as always, invest safe and take care, especially in times like this.